Hello, welcome to this DK Minute on Rumba.
Teach me to dance. Won't you teach me to dance?
Today we're going to talk about the 4 basic steps in Rumba, and we'll cover the rock steps in part 2. So, the American Rumba is based on a chasse and a walk. Now, most persons think about the Rumba as being a box step. Well, you'll learn today that it's not a box step. It's the combination of these two elements, chasse and walk. The chasse, of course, means a step and then another step where the feet come together with a weight change. A step and the feet come together with a weight change. It doesn't matter which direction or which way you go with that. Chasse, meaning chased, is when you take a step and the feet come together with a weight change. So again, the Rumba is based on chasse and then another step. And how you compose patterns in the Rumba is where you place that third step. It can go forward, backwards, sideways, across, or wherever, but the fundamentals are that triple step. So we're going to show you those, and then we'll have some fun with it later. All right, so we're going to show you from the man's perspective, and Joni will show you from the lady's perspective, and of course the steps, or the basics rather, are exactly the same. So when the directions are reversed, the steps will be the same for the man and the lady. Okay? So here we are. Of course, we remember that we always want to dance Latin with our feet in a third position. That is heel to arch. In this manner, it would be a front third, man's left foot in the front, lady's right foot in the front. So the basic step is chasse and side. We dance. And chasse, front third, and side. The other way, chasse, switch to a front third, and side. Again, chasse, switch, and side, chasse, switch, and side. Very, very important to remember that we always want to dance from a front third. So we have to make that little switch when we get here, switch to a front third before taking the next step. Your next basic in Rumba is the forward progressive. That would be forward for the man, backward for the lady. But notice that Joni is still starting in a front third. So here we are. Chasse, switch, and progress. Chasse, switch, and progress. The backwards, of course, is a simple redirection of that same process. Starting in a front third, we dance. Chasse, switch, reverse, chasse, switch, reverse. And there you have it. So it's very, very important to understand that your basic Rumba is the chasse and side step. Your second basic step is the progressive forward and progressive backwards. Now, what most schools teach as the basic step, or the box, you now have learned that it's actually the third step, because the box is a combination of your forward progressive rather, and your back progressive. When we put those two steps together, we get the box. And chasse, and step, chasse, and step. And there you have your box step, of course. Your last basic in Rumba is what we call the cross basic. we dance a progressive. That would be chassé and step. Now we take the next chassé, and on the switch, instead of progressing, we cross. Take the switch and cross. Now notice that Joni is crossing in the front. That is the typical way to dance the cross progressive. If we dance chassé and she dances backwards, that's a different movement. That movement we know as a telemark or twinkle, or some of you might refer to it as even a bota. But when you're dancing the progressive, or the cross progressive, right? Tongue-tied this day. So we dance chassé and step, chassé and cross, chassé and cross, or however it is you want to dance that figure or that particular type of pattern. You have one more basic that we don't really include in that 4, but it is a basic, and it's called the alternate basic in American. That is the basic step used in the international, or what most of you might recognize as the bolero. When danced in the rumba, of course, it doesn't have the bolero glide rise lower, but it's the alternative basic. So dancing here, Joni will dance the ladies' part. Okay. Starting with the rock step, we have rock, rock, step, and side. Remember to go to a front third and repeat rock, drive, and side.
You teach me to dance.